Hello, Ashley TV. It's your girl Tamara Ivey here from Ashley Stewart, and we have joining us today Miss Tanza Baker. We met Tanza Baker on the AS True Model contest, and actually, it was a little bit before that. She was entering some of our castings that we were having in New York City, and she continued on reaching out to us, and we said, you know what, this woman is special. We want to feature her on Ashley TV on the pink couch. She deserves it. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss Tanza Baker. Let the audience know who you are, and then we're going to talk about your story.
Okay. Well, my name is Tanza Baker, and I'm a minister of the gospel. I tell this everywhere I go because it's unique to have a minister that models and plus size. So my whole family, we all are ministers and singers, and I grew up in the ministry, and as time came along, I had received my call at the age of 17.
So are you from New York, New Jersey?
I'm from Trenton, New Jersey. I've always loved fashion no matter what, and it was hard because when you're on a budget, you can't have a lot of fashion.
I know that's right.
Fashion is expensive.
Yeah.
My mother, she was a single mom, raising two children, and my mother was very, very sickly. She had multiple sclerosis, and she had 2 tumors in her stomach. Okay. And she raised us well, and my mother was not a fashion diva. Okay. She was very plain Jane. Yeah. But I would see makeup on women, and I would see the clothes, and I'm like, that's me.
So I want you to tell your story about, the couple of incidents that happened in the past.
Well, what happened to me at the age of 25, I had a stroke. I was 9 months expecting with my son. And the day before, that very day of my last prenatal visit, I went to the doctors and I told them I was feeling numb. And I kept feeling numb on my right side. And I kept saying something is not right. They was like, oh, you at the end of your pregnancy. If the baby's not here by Wednesday or Thursday, we're going to induce your labor on Monday or something like that. And I was like, okay, well, actually, it was a Wednesday. If the baby didn't come by the weekend, they was going to induce my labor on a Monday. And I went home that day. As a matter of fact, I went to my mother's house. And I went to sleep for 45 minutes and woke up, and my lips were twisted all the way around. And I could not close or function with my eyes. And I was sitting on my mother's couch in the up chair. And I went to go get up to go to the restroom. You get up once you, to go use the bathroom. And I realized that I could not get up. I realized that I couldn't walk. And I went to go say, Mom. And when I went to go say, Mom, I realized that my lips could not move. And I knew something was wrong. So I started making noise with my mom. She was like, something is wrong. She came over and she yelled at my brother. She said, look like her face is twisted up. Something is going wrong with her. And however, they called the ambulance and they had to rush me to the hospital. Well, before that even took place, before the ambulance got there, my water broke. And I went immediately into labor. When I got to the hospital, they had to stop my labor because the more contractions was coming, the more the stroke was taking me out even worse. And I didn't have movement of my arm. As time was going along, everything was just, deteriorating. And the last thing I remember, because they gave me so much medication, the last thing I remember them saying is either going to be her or the baby. One of them are not going to make it. Prepare the family. They gave me an emergency C-section. And once they gave me the emergency C-section, my son, he came out all right. Yeah. My son is now,
amen.
I thank God for that. He's autistic.
Okay.
He's 9 years old. He'll be 10 next month. So this happened to me 10 years ago, of course. And I'm so grateful because, I tell people all the time, be grateful. Just for the small things. Right. To get up and open your eyes and be able to wave your hands and to move your legs, simply because those things we take for granted every day. And when I woke up and they brought my baby into the room, they propped my arm up. I will never forget it because I was paralyzed with the pillows. And they took my baby and laid him in my arms. And this is what I said, and I'm a minister of the gospel. I said the pain was great, but the promise was everything. Ashley Stewart had a couple of setbacks, which was a couple of bankruptcies, if y'all don't mind me saying. And the whole world saw when Ashley Stewart had a setback. But the world is now seeing the comeback.
Correct.
See, here's the thing. When you go for a setback, you got to get prepared for the comeback because the comeback going to be 10 times harder than the setback was. Yep. The reason being because you never got bitter, but you got better. Look, this is my comeback. This is.
It is, honey. And you
this
look
is
fabulous.
My comeback. Thank you.
Yes.
Ashley Stewart all day. All day. I shop at Ashley Stewart every week. Church Sunday morning,
right.
Going to dinner, going to anywhere I need to go, functions. But what I love what Ashley Stewart does, it reaches out to the ones that's been sick, that's been broken, that has diseases, that's dealt with so many, hard trials and tribulations. And you guys go back and you reach for people.
Correct.
And you pull them up and let them know, baby, you are beautiful. You are gorgeous. And when you put on our clothes, you're wearing our brand, but understand that our brand was a comeback so you could come back.
I'm a zodiac person. So when's your birthday?
My birthday is August 25th.
Good God Almighty. Virgo's in the house. Give me some. August 26th. Uh-huh. Hello. Yes. We could keep talking. Now we're going to continue the conversation. Yes, because, it, like you said, you can feel energy and all this good stuff, and it's so important to do that, right? Absolutely. It's not like you're trying to annihilate anybody in the room and things like that. You just want to have your own zone and your own zen and just be centered with yourself, right?
One of my favorite songs is Travis Green. Okay. And I'm standing here only because you made a way.
I'm going to look that up today. Make sure you write it down for me so I can look it up.
Sure will. The reason being is because the only reason why I'm here right now is because of the grace of God. He saw another way, so that's why I always stick with that song, You Made a Way. And I can't sing it because I'll start crying because y'all don't understand what it took to get here. It took a lot to get here.
I understand. Trust me.
It took a lot. I fight every day. Well, this is my last favorite song because late in the midnight hour.
You're a Virgo. You got like 5,000 favorite songs. You got 5,000 favorite songs.
I'm definitely a Virgo. Late in the midnight hour, God is going to turn it around. It's going to work in your favor. Just wait on him.
You shared something, so I'm going to share something. I have alopecia, and I've had it since I was 12. 12. You're talking about years of trying to figure out how to let the tracks hang on thin hair. Went vegan, went vegetarian, all this stuff, right? Not that I gave up, right? But I said, you know what? I'm just going to live. There's nothing that you could do. I love beauty. Yeah. I love hair. I love makeup. Yeah. And I don't care about the alopecia, because it doesn't define me. Exactly. And it doesn't define you.
You don't have to let stuff like this affect you. At first, when I first had my child, I would not let nobody take a picture of me because my lips were twisted way around here. Because of the muscles, it'll pull your lips to such a place because of the paralyzation. I would let no one take a picture of me. And one day I was in my bathroom and I was combing my hair. And what happened to me next was amazing. When I looked up in the mirror, something whispered to me, love yourself. Women, let me tell y'all something. Love yourself. A lot of us really don't love ourselves. We'll dress it up. We'll make it look good on the outside, but a lot of us really don't love ourselves. Let me tell you why we don't love ourselves. A lot of us are in relationships that know are not good for us. We are in family situations that we know we could drop the ball and just walk away and say, this is not for me. But instead of that, we decided to stay in the drama. Women, love yourself enough to step up high. You don't have to be, and these are two things that I use. You don't have to be a chicken in a chicken coop. You can be that eagle and soar. Let me tell you the difference. The chicken in a chicken coop. The chicken clucks and it poops and it walks in its own mess. The eagle, it soars and it flies to higher heights. That's right. that people cannot even reach. So when you're soaring above the altitudes of the mess and people that, not to say that they below you, but they're not on the same level as you. But when you step up and you step out of that, and you love yourself enough, you don't have to worry about what nobody think about you, how they think you wore your makeup, how they think you wore your shoes, your dress, your outfit. Guess what? Because when you looked in the mirror that day, you loved yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, I love me. I love myself more than anything. And when I start loving myself, I said, baby, snap the camera. I don't care which way it come out because I love myself just that much. Well, it might not look that good on Facebook or whatever picture I don't care. It's me. This is what God left me with, and I'm going to embrace every second of, let me tell you something, just because I got breath in my body, that's why I'm going to embrace every second of the paralyzation and anything else I have in my body. I'm going to embrace it. Women, embrace your beauty, your imperfections, your things that you don't think that's quite right. Baby, look at yourself in the mirror and say, I look good. I look wonderful. I am beautifully and wonderfully made by God himself. And can't nobody snatch that from you, you and your personality. And can't nobody take that out of your heart.
And on that note, you are watching Ashley TV.
Thank you.
Thank you. OMG.